Hello, everyone. Welcome. Positive Africa. Um, and then Mondays every third week, and then Mr. Obinsha for Positive Africa. TNN yaba yes, I become was many topics from Kunkrama. And also so Mr. Obin, Michelle.
Ofaya Joso.
See, Michelle also.
Ofaya Joso.
Kwesi Kabi share na. Ediana Koso.
Hey, Ofaya never the be Koso. Stars be disappointing boys Biama.
Hey,
boys.
Hey, yes, it is you. I could chat bet.
I don't know about some boys be guy be I could chat. I'm a $15,000 a shit into
How?
Hey,
How?
50,000.
$50,000.
So we go chat. That's simple.
3,000 CDs now, but in the quest to become successful, but me say and one bema nipa is successful. But yeah, and then so yeah, just another great session. And Mr. Obinsha, Babe Dean Komo Alpha. What successful Ghanaians do differently. And in third trainer, and papa so because of the time, and the African history name, but I share links, baby. There are a lot of books that we've shared. Please take time and then read some of these books. Now, one casa and a beboa. Are you ready?
Yeah, that's it. Hey, 15 grand.
Oh yeah, 15,000. It means $1,000. Ghana crab boys need be $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and I don't know, but I don't know.
Economy na yes a bona TBS are. Anyway, once again, welcome to Positive Africa. Baby, I'll share free beer Fatum. Yeah, chat kwesi wo friends in Maryland, Miss Virginia, Mr. Obenso, the Greater Accra, and yes, yeah, and yedi to send CBS can. You make sure say anyway, high life radio and OTA. Sikasem any day brown by every Monday be 7 to 9 p.m. You ha you can sikasem se many kwesi na the third week so and Mr. Open wa ha o kan ho a no so o man cheche bebre. And the topic no say na successful Ghanaians omoye are different from others. What successful Ghanaians do differently. Na mo strong kun in them. Again, Chacha, move on to my fan of free. So, Ben, Michelle.
Yes, boss.
Yes, successful Ghanaians, dear no way. You can't success in be on my insane is can where the you be braining. I'm a who's successful. You share a friend saying testimonies. I bar just say, yeah. You say a broso, share testimonies be brave by and yadia yadikatua. Eti midwaka home, successful Ghanaians, dear Namoye, a money different.
Yeah, home. Okay. Chaloto.
15,000. Hey,
it's kind
of okay, Michelle for say about business and I say any other aspect of life. Maybe the success, it comes out of intentionality. I hardly think say a chance. I don't think a chance. And so just as anyway, Obia what me about home de wa Ghana Obibia we mubiano, especially Sikasem Muno our no ankasa na etimi. Ashesha no ma no. E bit my kasa papa bi obi free. That's why maybe nani ho. Obia nso no mu enye politics no de abeye enye sorry bia what no de abeye no ankasa de adwuma de atem fifre de abon homo de ni nim de no. Let my kasa omubo mutrimupo na omadwen no ada omutrimu no eno dodo no enyepe. Their thinking is different. Their outlook is different. And we come bear 10 is we interview 10 of them are about 90% of the time they will agree on a lot of things. And of course successful Ghanaians. So apart from say Omar different na omobo mutimu poso mpeso mudi no omosa bo mutimu poso mbedi o Ghana. So these are things that you can see those things. Many times abroche no nya dia sebi o manage hoza. And the moment abroche no ye free trimu no, I just say the only chance of war is to succeed here. And I think that gives them focus. Their focus, because when him say one team control baby. And the man who say adebia would do any be chira would do umrenu bibia kwashemu. Eventually you become successful in it. And ube so mumbe brain so no enye mfie ba kwasem anya afi ba kwasem enye mfie mienu mudo do no ano utimi so omaye normal no moye na omatimi successful in no omaye ache, particularly business and finance and things like that. Omaye ache bebre omaye no be mfie aduonu mfie aduasa enye mfie dumpo. A lot of these guys have been in the game for many years. And who so much as yes wa omo show so pa na on said adwuma na wo ye no so no on first ka sem ni agro to bo so tebia no omo so omo do musika ne kohyem to onyamfaso bia no asade akohye adwuma nim onyamfaso bia no asade akohye adwuma nim na wo hye ase no a wo mfa sika no emmo chaskele on fa nya afefesem na ni dodo no ani ushia na nkoma a wodi nyina ye ni business a wo ye. It's almost as if they don't understand any other thing. Yeah, ushia no juma no ko ahon komo no odi wona ne ka any other thing bia enye ye obu okra de esi o man nim gra wonim na juma no as ofa no ma free abrojira no ano de ba so ye de kuya eno ano ne uche so no tra ho be 1 hour be 90% of the time no juma no hon komo no ano e dey. Oh dear. Because that is where they live. And they also master industries. And they say, John Odia, or teams are master industry. So a mechanic here, teams are master. So a spare parts dealer, our master. The way you be other teams will move in and out. Now, the man who is so they have a particular way of understanding a client fast normal Ghana. Into mo business so mo se to omo sika sem kwa kra mo fa so ne nkrofo ye adwuma no sa nkrofo no so mo siti information eguta omo no eni bukum obeti obi ade obeka na officially oho ena de o practice ankasa as obe no na obeti because ebu obeka na bontia school for obeka say emfa enya no kore sebe mo abo America embeka say David Ghana for the as well him so nti obeka nchiro because oka entwasumu bataye adwuma so ena uta hu se omo sa wa kokodropa omo ne yedin ushi omo no mo kasa so akọ school so nko school ushi ara tip say yeah akwana of him omo of him papa
confidence
yeah omo of him that is omo ne yedin and they live, many of them live at a basic, simplest life or simplestness of life. You say, in your kuntan bia, don't know one casashi show me ye no. I want the Ghana mechanisms na I know. Oh, my call Nimu Pan, Ushiana was a nick been able the phones. Oh, na baby. Well, just and more very simple, more far no more complicated bia how. Who's out of Manopa and don't know also they have a mind on their own or mind of their own. They really think differently. Yeah, they think differently. Some will be a kind of cerebrals or non kind of different. And Okako sharing you about so no dear no in the yard. Same. Annie, omo asem ombeka bia wa hia beka say na asem mfa kwam but nefa kwam enti medwe say sa no ma no ka ho enu ntina dodo no ano edi no omo won hyehye so omo hye omo ho so papa and omo nyankofo a omo disuba mpone nam wiase sa ani utim so wode because omo sa discipline you know on pe usika nti onye na adwen so obewia usika ompe kakra bi okuta de bi adobon so o ye de ye no de akọ ompe sisie to no so onsisi obi ohun so o asem odin to bo so wo hia koko farmer bi a wo twa be $500 a year or different wo hia trader bi a advise obi o machine shop or workshop e bi mo finance for ba wo mo kura me sa Ghana for na make us successful na sa Ghana for no ye the omoya abrofo business ni bi kura me cut the like the normal Ghanaian I will cost swam magazine out him say papa yi the shop bear 10 20 sika wo hun every day no yes sika ketwa sa nkrofo no asem na make because me de sa nkrofo no yedie na ye me fe because omo na try system ni mu afa de yem I know matimi build normal so kind of people know me a different breed. We a different breed, especially oboze womo to the be optimism otimi bo from bed or so still o sorry meaning ba pa de meaning pa de onye sika che ono no kọ ho ono card bi de kuta no chwere so enso millions e kuta no nya agro o contain sika na che o ma dwen different into who more to say and I want to anti omo campo unto omudi this core ones no because omo no invest in this cabre omo do no akra no bank apo ya make one bank is cabre onye one is ka one bank is ka one obi one political job one contract ni ade na one bi school no sukura so wan ko bebre o won tra bro kire so da on free sika muso ubisa ni millions ya wo ushia very simple so omaba musu mu ade bi ebeto mbia no omo kirase differently bibi ebesi bia bo so okay wo de enye hwe nya botre ye beye
en franco shobi
abi papa ya make brofo kra wonka bi for me omo pa na esikafo o chia na team so ye pure or original now they are tried and tested kind of people and you share mrante na ho so musika na team so money sa papa for no boy bra ndira mrante no toto papa so no because again that's happen for we trimu no unhu bi o mrante di trim de o mo kekare de o mani di akire no sa ye de no mu hu bi
e ko chabet
no di ko chabet yeah ko chabet
that's hey I'm for kwesi buache hey London Jolu I'm for Shefru Jolu obi e hwebe me chiamunya obi a Blankson kwesi me hu my cry Emmanuel Japan so me Shefri ayi Ndroboso ana Dominic Offenso chiamunya thanks for joining kwesi kwe
that's it. Legend, that's it. Now, what successful Ghanaians do, you know, yeah, ranting in the say na legend kai we be na your problem because you share particular party in there and also yeah in fact now legend me question me one more from your now can you know say omo successful in Ghana no omo nyina no ya omo tie adwen kro our particular core principles be so na principles now can be bebre so say omo dream different omo kwa no ibi kura to na ya na no be explaining it different or more resilience or more all those kind of business shares cry now or best answer ni say enkosi wa legend quick question what near I first principles thinking, that first principles approach. Now, from the old kind, I'm leaning towards that. Say, or more am I successful in Ghana, knowingly and unknowingly. No, say almost all of them apply this principle. It is our principle. No, how can successful? How can we emulate that? But first of all, how are they using those principles to keep on, prospering in whatever thing they are doing? We say, well, you just have principle, no. And before we round in common, so one or the other, they are also using that principle. But I say, yeah, money focus. So how are they using that principle, and how can we also emulate it?
Woman, ya kwadwofo. Ejuma wo ho a wonye ya wonai.
Right.
Ane. Sa asem bisi sesie ya it's a 2 a.m. crowd also sorry ko solve a. No excuse. Obe sorry akwakoye. Omo yenkofo mo ye adwumaten. Omo chese wono na life nyina adwuma na oye. So hu ti so wono wo hia no na sa wo ye wo bola lase ya wo mo bedwa okra obedwa. Just all her crowd many. What the idea was that I say, oh no, just one and san chase you, I won't few. Goes woman him say, Aquadron for ye, dear man. What I say, it's almost like 24 hours. They work constantly. Say, Juma or horses, see, if be an site to be, no problem, be a see. Baby, or will be our big Jayako. No matter how busy they are, these are very wealthy people. But if I say even crash or no one can say in a personal house, cry that's a problem. People have time I won't expect it. Oh, one far dear and show on sat now want to know him. They need the HRO. Once why busy, hundreds of course in the battle. But everything be our dear maybe a here no pano or befro. Obefro bisaw adwuma na medema on esi sei mami hu wo se bia na dwe be free so about obesa follow. So they I mean what you call workaholics. They work is basic principle. They work we go nim say ono nti ase say onim say wonyi ni say yedie no na mo na beto o.
Yeah.
Wo mu ni sa thinking no. And don't know how crowd or move for sorry in show mutisa in the cram catcher.
That's immediate.
Woman him say, David. When him say, also, water, woman funny, woman different. And old trickina, obe who says, yeah. Old trickina will be who pop. These are smart people, I'm telling you. But these are called principles. They are not lazy, they are intentional, and they work hard. They put in the hours. They put in the hours. And almost how romance in this animal. Money so. Romantic example.
Romance is here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, Edio.
Amo.
That's it.
Just a Jumano would more myself. Ever. I have but these are called principles. Who so be? And I'm saying Crofon, who says Subano or more. And yes, I'm about them.
Yeah.
More damn, but that's how they are. And there are people who think very big. My dreams are so pop. We know what didn't command some of my dream horn who was an go fast. I do everything. And it was over 2 crown almost all the time. More trips in the United business trips. The business trips. Yeah, the business trips. And so,
because it trust me, okay.
So these are core things. Julia brand Ebenezer's animal we will mean beer. Of our compare you maybe no, I don't know. Because who knew
her? Yeah, like I think from my tier will be to say Alaji Aliko Dangote, Openi Femi Otidola, most Nigerians, Papa Dr. Osai Kwame, despite Uti Omona, and I see on social media by you who more. But previously, you know, like they were just behind closed doors, they were putting in the hours, like Omaye Jumadian Kasabat. Legend, once you move a brain, especially young ones, no, we usually fail to acknowledge say obi eduma din ana etimi no amana nya sasika na say yedi a wanya abrabo na eduma din a oye ba obeti bia no young ones impenifo we no we nye say no mo ye nye say no mo ye like yentimi engine to say asumasi we ana say papa we ana say mama we no we're putting in the effort and on amana etimi aba bedru baby no but young ones no we want to compare ourselves to the present of these successful people, no, but then we fail to look at process no the obu okrampa or shase crossing na if you be but they be able to stay through all these challenges. Then young ones, Nana say, especially Ghana, Timbia will be the year as a was story be against the banner say, nah, the year dia we did and yet bibi how much I can say, Papa we ye bibi Papa we ye bibi there's that kind of stories over there, and Obiaka bibi sacho then how were you able to overcome it? Then Owoma do more kasa ansem say
we the zango for no yem mrantie no na omo nwen se we mo nti we ya brantie na odwen se ya onye ye we nye duabo se obi catch say papa we waye ye no de adwumaden na ye na odwen se secret bi wo no meka nkere wa you are not in that state of thinking unless there's a change. And that's why you can see the top people no one knows how just about 1 to 5% or so. Into omo no mususu anyina no omo doubt mpanyifo no ma ye no.
Right.
No omo nti no mokwa ye adwuma. No omo nyini se bibi o ha omo de sie omo. No omo nyini se sunsun bia na omo ye bibi secretly no. This is the way omo dwen no sa na omo dwen. And it matimi aye sa no ma na che no. Nti we abrante na wote so omo kasa na odwen so omo nya no kra no omo ka won nuru sa nkrofo no baby o ma do nuru ho because I adwen da omtrimtim no omo duru ho o adwen da omtrim se wo betima atwa loto dia ye wo betima twa nkrofo ntro na dia ye we adwuma 1 hour wo so abre so ane o football na he won fa hwezi wani so a wo nuru ho nti wo de no you know you can predict success. You can predict it. Who will be this position? So normal. You can predict it easily. And you can also predict failure.
Yeah.
And poverty. And these are people who and yet no more dreams. I think I say 30-40 years in now. My dream is a large money sample for no homes are you. As Gavono is not no mobile dreams are almost 30 year check. The basic principles no my build up. And to ono who sa no ma we na sa wo je chinya I mean so me dem mental convince obi asa o David me convince o so hu na wo so ya de to anomo enya fe de be convince o say ye adwumaden I also there be growth for lot of modi we won't convince you because I don't know so me I don't really so I hope you understand what I'm saying but really it's not something that they just had. It's something that has been with them for all these years.
Right.
Yo, thank you. So, see, when we share these days, Krana, the way I near see custom based on what you are saying, every Krana, Sanko Fui, I'm gonna say if you know, in the media, maybe Kraba, and Sanko Fu Namin Bibri, and Osha said, okay, Brofu Krano, or Shadan Cabro for this, Abruchi. No microphone bruchi no hanu so be ko ba no mu omutim se omu sika omu di na na tse de oka no respect no ho how come to say ye be ya in saving crisis as o katwi as twi woni nyansa ana se wo kan ewe as wo di woni nyansa je se brofo na bia ye de hihye sa na man sana wo say the moment will be even nyama cry ye kakre. Sometimes we na yen brofo ade we amanfo si grab on no say bia we no look and cry. What you say as still na still amanfo change o madwe when it comes to sa nyama. Ebe den ye sa group no na say sa generation na e ba na sa na e bi a kire no na say ye nche kra na sa na ba bibi wa adu. Ebe timi akopa timi akoye de ne papa no because we show no tenase yi edi papa ba ye de nse na yo ka no agro no do so all because you feel say animal will be the kind of say it's not necessary and I say we could because say twem you see into facade ni and so no the old year it was stability partner and we ye out is why
oh say the more I come from the more na person of broni structure now the namte no and so him why even yemrante kura na ade a na omo ko school omo ye business yi so the do no ana na ade abrofo de no or your business plan or funding partners and no more and a soft life. The only thing is that you have no support system in you. Until we share brand and our camera from us, so your business grant out is still pemoa. It's a school no more chance also be so. Brony, but I mean, I brought be brave to mean your business if and common system no support sa or more. Oh, to mono sabi almost a structure na brow. Ye move out. We say Ghana for I don't know, Africa for Yara sometimes. Ye movies are ye move do no maybe kakrabia move, but do no moves are. Into all couple of no Nasa uja penyufo no pattern to her. Eno na ama ye nyina ye twa adwuma no. Eno na ama ye nyina so ko business na we challenges kakrabia na obamubu no. Because of scientific na said wo de ama ye no. And the so-called exposure to, what they call global something. So, and I said, we'll be in Koya Mount and Yamfaso, also Bronino, also Quasibroni Page Madio. Oh, yeah, no, or Pilbiam and I know Yamfaso. And T. One was a Ranti or more Korea is almost more pay business near the Yano. I said, oh, Koya no metiso. So, until Mammy will be a crash of Crawford to me, Frey. And to me, could have bear 10,000% division business in number profit. On Peso Bebre. Or Peso profit. And the stock market today, IPO, the Adinano, or shares in me, there's how. Woman, Jumano. Na Onyamfa, so to the niddy, Sikanachi, and ye Jumano. We didn't say, and I'm no money in Sikanachi, but a Jumano per se. And is that thinking, say, so be dear, a dear above Sika. And yes, I only it. Yes, or bamboo. And now, even the so, even I'm a brochure gray. One more motion business. I say, I saw one in this is going to know tap him. Because a bassa or catechonis be brain natural. But your eyes be big kutan or person or deeper reasino. We are principled to whom be beyond Sika. And the school for the account for the day. Say, Omar Bob so. Omo the ben ya a bit me inside, I mean, the choice is theirs actually, but you can't blame them because of school now. So you call and no prototype be the actually say and no na sebe and there was be a actually no and no can hold many party be because the ever will be a quarter abubu ya here. I mean, I can't force a better abubu ya. And you know, say, and some ya can ya a man for who's a value. I mean, rubber force and a cocoton would yes, also or chain value. Or cocoton stock market share in a friend say stock treasure base. Bago grass or cocoton crypto. But really, there's no proper worth without productivity. There must be productivity. Even the so-called stock market is built on productivity. The businesses that are floater shares are in productive activities. So when there is no value, then there's no sustainability of wealth. So, and so is that pure understanding? Say, society na miwomuno. Where is productivity? Where are the problems that I have to solve? So when it is all Jane say, "Hana wanna problems in here. Problems in the you have a computer to solve. You have to go to the ground and see and solve them yourself." So, that switch of mind. And it's an independent me am fasa no manimu ni trimua. Oba no ma woye no. obedwen said na nanom break keke. But ono de omresa. To bo say ye die na yi no. Was ya no modwen say abrabo no maybe 1,000 years. But really, when him was no the photo. I said, "Oh yeah, I mean, when him was in Asia na we school, when him was no what the 50. Now we actually
I said, me maybe you say also about America no the 50. Hey, you. I feel over, I feel what the 50, I feel over.
Obey day.
I know the answer. I know the answer. Yeah, because he quite busy.
Yeah, legend. Yes, in a number is my teacher, number true no too.
Because before so obey way no can book
Right.
once man sana ya 12.
Okay, for where me that's it. Yeah, blessed but broke. Me say Ghana for team your mobile booming because Ghana for train baby a printing a airship no delay, but right now I think the second I guess na a year but do Ghana. But blessed but broke just quickly. In some year can be ana influencing my trust a book and blessed by book mu be you scan by you first scan you mu be some ashare ya dream ba so we are not even able to even reason or think outside our religion and until am I never be catch you see highly educated young people are no they spend several hours praying but sen komunya ni dey fufuro bi akombo say they being productive, they actually solving problems in their communities, also doing the work of the Lord. No, and no bebree nya san nim bia no. And nti ye Nyankopon ahyira yen, oba ade de niam bebree dua yen man ka si di ye. But question is why are we still broke? And yes, sikasem broke cry like inwardly ye broke everything. SMLD year, but you are still not finding that productivity. Then you bet me a bit me a year free that blessed by broken. They are called blessed by becoming more productive. Tenona book we a kasafa home. And you Ghana for Africa for so it gives you that kind of knowledge and it blends in religion. Near maybe your match I say a D but nipa should say a becca because of a sum. But this book address these kind of things, and then when you're a young person, so unya book will be kind at this early stage of your life. Unya 30, 35 years, 40 years, no. Nyama be bramudi huna yeah, ibi makwa kutra bet 15,000. How the work pay business be aye. And Mr. Bean that also extra forward in my book, no. So if the content of the book wasn't good, yes, I said Mr. Bean that put the about matter extra forward. So that is blessed by Broke. Available on Amazon or Western countries, baby. Amazon, Mushipuko, Biato, and I think Ghana. So just next month is going to be there. If you want to buy in bulk, DM me. I'm ready to work with you to give it to you at a price. I also beat my tone when you be every month. Yeah.
Yo, because it's a question.
Yeah. Legend. Aside Edjumadin, they not being lazy, no. One thing that as a point here come more as a ye now more Ghana no. One thing they are doing differently, and I'm tempted to say that they win the battle in their mind. They actually become successful in their mind and sana appear but physically because omudi kind a dream like send your mood dreams say no more dreams are that and sakra no more babiness can so they win the battle in their mind and tia no sano a patch say omu wonim die bia nipa dodo na any na papa bi ka say school is not a scam name a curriculum no and a scam because school be a cocoa penny there but whatever thing I true about 10 years ago no be now or and who apply any na say legend can we say those who are successful whether we school whether on school whether with marking can we say that one of their secret is constant knowledge acquisition? How does it play a role in their success?
Yeah, it's true.
Bro, before so best corner. I know it's 31st be basunti the DOC is here because the aba was the DOC is here you be see other base and seminar view
Maoma on traho. We have friend.
Can we try about 31st? No, yeah. Meet you online.
Emrante de bit me fro. And no, I say me call Kumase. Na man Yusuka and me for airport. Me say from Accra to Kumase airport. Mrante share me almost share more stories. Me drew Kumase the same. Meba the same. And every one of them or cultural the wire.
Right.
You tear the wire, you tear the wire, you tear the wire. Mrante no obu ba ko say we share me ba ko say I do share white share bisa me on pictures ni bi kra to Facebook. O say ono na chesa brochi na dintia o. But we share videos ni bi don say no o so ye bibi. Nti na ono aye business. To the sense o ko kuma say o twa ticket o. Avafo. Me drew airport to boys me esa be gather share me sisi aba ko so ono na o wie school na kopeso ko masters or try visits na amfa. Na videos ya na encourage no. When you adwuma all right by say no ye normal. Ba ko de no was o security no start adwuma. And we manager ho. Oko university samra no say adwuma o wie even postgraduate o ye was o nantwie at least 32. Otimi asida man papa. O ye no ma bebre o keka kire me. One hour na e de gina ho. Ba ko so a designer. I said, boss, one I was in my uncle. Now suit to be a boy na a pama or the chair, no. So any nipa ba kunya mi no. Now, but even sorry, Calvary method is no crown. Nipa the brave be share or more can and normal ye the omodia ye. You try be sisters nipa tias and fufra and an address.
Okay.
And when you mujiti. I know, and the man economy. The entire nipa be brave, and Timin call money money and some or Martino. Emunyedu ntimi nsesa o magan ntimi mo munye bibi eni ntina dawru aye boy no number bi bebra for baby I can tell you say won ko baby within 10 minutes obi match out and was here. Yeah, it's almost impossible. And enyem omo ka bobo ya nko ahụ obi free na Land Cruiser no obeka obeda wase the pack me car na papa utimi say ka okodem nya agoro so obe ye da ase isuan tembiao edientia because nimdie no sebe nipa they say the nipa body need di aduane mfa ho age also didie. That's what gives you energy. The soul, the mind feeds on quality knowledge. And this will be my aduane fo a na kwahwe koye wo na oyare. So and yeah na before no aduane na omode am over the years no ma ye mobo obi se de me pekura so ka chese betima ye bibi wa ha eno kura na ye mo wa no so betima ye bibi wa ha nya omu gidi na betima ye brente ba ko so we national service no te se yeso betima ye bibi na no na wu ni ye program or TikTok obi ba so wono no ensema ye ka do follow ye no ton indomie no wasi dan 5 bedroom.
Yep.
Debreo chese wona ma ye yente yente kakra yete no enya agro enti ni nyina atwa kosi so senke ye ba ko ne ejaye mienu ne ejaye a nkasa effect we no kemba. So many of these productions if you want and enti na nipa no wan share we obe share we wan share we obe share we wan share obe share we enti na nipa bebre atimi anya bi na ekeka bom wona adwemu a onso obetima bibi so wo mani pantete no wode ahwe de sikasem so e de say de waje ne nkwa obebre afrim cause na sikasem no nye bebre abrabo asai cause no nim de ode tutu sika e krom ya nyehia na wa ha e sika ho nim de na nipa de bebre nim eni gidi a na yeni ewo enoma kakra yeso ye wo no onse broni aptimi amana ye say so ne de no unimu a na chese wo de obi anye ene ye nkrofo no bebre kura abobra suku a wonkonti na o man no achechire no enso obobra wo de hwe ne yire ne kunu ne ma na se ne yire ne ma wo obobra but ujia na manko school nti sebe chana ni sa problem no because the kunu ya wanko school abrofo a wonkanti na wanko school and our person chese wanko school ba obobra Two abrabo muntiti. So, enti sabe ya hana de enu ase asore dem wo. So ha enye school ase bo ye kan ye di ase. Ti ye di ase so wa nya sa nim de na be bitu. To obitimi ka cho say obey ya tewo ntem they say me di 70. Obechia be asama wo kan no. Enu ase ye wi talk no. Man tewo ntem. Papa panyini bo so koma woni wudi wo se me de metie kakra na we na me de aye. Me ko pension but when normal obodi nya agro. Because here in the scheme my no intimi my hu yedie no wo yemu ene ye baby eti enti ye de wura ye bodo ma wo hu se kakra bi ekuta bia no betimi da ye so ene enti ye tam bia ye no and ye nim se mu bia ye no ye nhira ma obi nkofo bebranya hu se the value you can say for value add value to yourself is basically knowledge skill development. So, any knowledge that you're exposed to that makes you a better person is knowledge that you don't have to undervalue. Because you more money, you know. So I join in a dormitory. Be an opening DBA, a man on normal day, and BBT is scaling your business. Why you man 1,000 what now watch it, 2,000 what now watch it, one shop, one workshop, what now watch it. Why you are not telling all your so still in fact. Because you know the money back. So scale it, take it to the next level.
As I grow, so I am paying the money back. You can't say, I say, I grow and I cancel no. I am part and no quite the money back. If you say education, say they are constant education here, and especially send you see can send you be mama na look to say the aduane e de mai no na aduane e de be tofo. You see TOEFL, I think TOEFL can I say the education of the next century, you know, any people that can read or the illiterate of this century, you know, it's not going to be people that can read and write. It's people that can unlearn and learn and unlearn. It's in the name of a trainer in you know, or more educated here, or more mutinous animal nephew, must I assume be full. So it's now here's constant education between our boy. Yo, yeah, shadi yo hanum kakra. It's a kosi a book no yen duma na obi anye na de class e baso so no yen hwe na yen kobi constant here. Afisu AI class ha e baso started 25th August. We could deep advanced, right? So a 12 weeks advanced class. And also no contact information any bibiana or no get in touch. My sister say me new man, me commercial kakra man. Osinkunya wo. Especially mo abuchi fu me ade no fra. Wonya asem business e wo kwa otimi efre eto ho kra na ya ring na bibia ma. Obedru na bibia hye so ma ampoma befi rentals or patase ma mo kuma asem ade no. Numbers na wo fra e kama on sabe kan bibia yakọ. Yo, my next question say so what you say near see ekwa you be bri ho no ma am say ase ya te ho kakra bi wa ha no and I said say be kan ya e de na amasa e fa say ye de bia ya adwene say ase ye twen bibi because any we see kan no say sankrofo no mo ntwen mo bi. And as I dear so ya on ya on night 2 a.m. also sorry quite was so ye. Na say the meme who says we as na say the bia or na say the bia the whole life na should be say be a cost to be and I say be as a way is our responsibility from sa ko to yi baby. And man said because also sorry quite 2 a.m. cry na say we say adi me yo man you cry na you be na was control. And then I share my yen nipa bebre a omuntimi nye successful to say successful people ya kan ho asem by ye potem ye krum and I say ye krum a den na office niam ben 1 or 2 or 3 bi ama utimi say ye responsibility na free so ama intimi nuru sa ankrofo no
One, a religion.
Came from Nuntunche. Anna.
Yami be a doso. Yami be your mom pine and yamini film. So, and no home. Another one, your colonization, which is really, which brought the religion anyway. And I say you're training you to be dependent on government, on God, and on others. Sense of responsibility no form. Sense of responsibility or form. How can you imagine say Africa just say Bevi and that is one send you $50. I mean, maybe you brother. How can you call somebody like that? What do you say? I don't know what's over business.
And that's all man is come and worry. It is almost worry. There was also to us.
So I know the problem. I know the problem. No. So I don't know penny say baby I won't yare. Or the moon count. Now Timinya could draw for phone. Throw this on me to rent amount. And our bus school fees will meet him. One castle be crowd who are you may go ha, my men quiet. Na fatty me. No, Timmy Sre. I want your wife cross upon Bossian won't you. Just say no right. Ain't funny friba. Coach Anaka home. I'm sorry, Neka home. Sebe, school suka home. Go school no my own say, who we are, will be so on san one forward you. So, and you know, Sebe, Eddie here, and near money who, and ever. Cause nipa, and into our more Mosha Braboasia, na if ye then many times Omota, you are Brabomuno. It's because there was nobody, so you have to depend on yourself. And that creates sense of responsibility early in life. Because the old school, who are on and 8 school fees. Into more than school fees, my mother. Also, so whether he knows it or he doesn't know it, he's developing that sense of responsibility. Do want some fear or no one change you because of a any baby? To the tiabum, or baby or both for boss or boss or paganoko. But I couldn't papa and mammy in our honor. Womoka oh, or no castle or cockroach to was and our piece can cry a day, blue of ye, she idea. One was don't know that man who's on the boat. So that sense of responsibility is what probably makes them fight to become successful. And so when you have a sense of agency, no, that's all. Or in our games, will be one, which many of our people think that's not anyway. Yeah, I mean, we'll be all sorry. I go to sorry, the more person your money is can be only sense of responsibility. So because I said, "Yeah, me no go got time no this kind of brain." And the idea, so one case was so bizarre, but I was a mebo. The moment as a maturity and casa comes with responsibility. And the case nipa enyina na say wenyina. E kire say afi no ono akasa o sorry onyo na obe push this akwasi sorry o. Ono sorry. Ano papa wo ba wo tembia na akonya no. Oni sense of responsibility. Uja na obe up to 12. Onye serious. But the whole sense of responsibility no. Ano papa 6 o'clock no sorry no opera. To ono obe brantem. So, enti ya sebe unya baby try ya ye deep fire go so no. Eboa na bia na odwen se no mo ya o. Ana se no mo se o. But me dwe se e ma sango for the baby tintem. E ma omo gbo abrabo ne ntem. O se ye to mu ha. National service kura no. Obu an first job especially omo makọ university. First job ya national service o. 22, 23 after na okoye adwuma. Na we wa mobra nke nwanwa. Kenya nwanwa because obi see mu 15 years no wasi mu ye adwuma. So sense of responsibility, we just have to find a way to make and until go for be ko adwuma mu ano my akwadwofo. It is the boss na shout to ya shout no so no wosu. Because ya ntia na ofie as a obema one na ma me na tena ye. Many times Obonze no do sakakra. Tia no pedo wosu. O shia be ma bi do shout to the pedo wosu. Because I didn't so much. Yeah, sure ni zum yenza. Obonze we
It's a call for a drew on mom was a quarter bed nasi. Hey, as a baby. You move do now on that bed. That's what I didn't so take off for. I was see. Hey, Eddie, because you go.
Yep. Now, legend. I mean, say we there, it might trigger something, but maybe sir. Say you share. A woman say young ones new kind in person new actually no see new kind and I'm on too. And usually say you find say escafo bebre no a o madi no obu ho a so oni ho a ade o ye ne ba etimi beto so more or less they have some sort of like succession plan as a blueprint be that ho. Now o hwe Ghana most of the time we dey chief for Jeme, but most of the time legends so o hwe ebia more madi successful in our communities ni be bro ho ye did this constant knowledge acquisition ehia pa hard work ehia pa but omoye interview omba TV so omba radio so ye buso om question bia om say ebia auto tight and I say bia na do ebia ye and a man ye but from first principles thinking on so me hu say ade na eye adwuma obi afa no o ya enso no say eye adwuma ma no first principles thinking ni bi ni say nipa asana betimi snase na ese moja ADF rusane ewo mu say easy a ubewu it works for everybody until legend no young people are trying to take inspiration from some of these successful people in the society almost ka say we no mo ye boys ni so but say na emfa nipa we bre say bi almost maybe sorry them ebi crowd ni bi but too tight no more but entertain man how can we overcome this kind of some of these misconceptions are sebi ebimadi the but sansem no more come on shedan can be potty but they just says fanyame too tight you say I'm not against it but it looks like some message it's not doing any good to a lot of people.
Sadly we interview na keka sansem na me fa serious is how and I may hear film. Now maybe my the other ones. We have me tell now ya my green block. He said the interview now the Ghana for and I said before to form. Me I'm not inspired. Into me very selective. Because we say yes you nyini kakra ya fam. Enti yenim de no kore. What do I say? I said we will come and say no kore. You are just saying it for the cameras. Because to some of them you also know what they do. And really, it's not me too tight. And you're tight here. What do I say? And you're tight. It's for the cameras. They work. They are serious people. But sometimes, some institutions be more. Maybe they coach them to come out and say those things.
Right. That is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So just for uniformity. So because once a program I was at the captain for you. And all standard in society, once our boss sorry the next time also okay. In order to make the people depend on those things. But really, may they maintain as a media and yes sanity. And say it is not just a copy or hobby or the same thing or some level of success.
Right.
And me cry there, me doing so obey interview na kanya miss I mean, no yana me pese me who so see you no memu than what do one work. What do I say? Because was it how they identify you? So you love one another. And they say, was it? God is light, and those who walk in Him walk in the same light. You can't hate your brother and walk in the light at the same time. Right. So.
preach on.
If you say, you can say with your mouth, but are you walking in the light? That's the proof that you follow him. So, it's likely what they practice.
They practice. Yeah, legend.
They practice. And so you should be able to read between.
Okay. Yeah, not Mr. Him am I still asking those questions now? The entire man busa and he said, Matnasia, my really party beyond. I'm who said, before we bro magic a smart tune, they fail to realize that whether successful or unsuccessful, no, the highest form of spirituality is you having a higher sense of purpose that is outside you, but Udi can conceive the corner once. Kana ababo ntiama nipa bebre enya ho mfaso over or more magic a smart tune bebre na whether they are successful again or unsuccessful, no. On that, most people fail to distinguish between ABR, the personality of maybe Jesus Christ, and the principles of Jesus Christ. The personality of him talks about salvation, and that is his primary goal. But the principle of him, most believers don't even want to accept it. The principles of him, because what kind of principles now? The principles of him, he was talking about mobi talent, other than went me to bank, we overlook those kind of things because depending on BB, blame BB say that would lead me to my next question of about say Ghana, we can see that a lot of people have been very successful. But your success na so legend. Bebre na so hu omo tu kwa abrochiri omo ba na omo de omo to for but no Ghana and they are even doing way better than your abrochiri na so your acquaintance. I'm not against omo acquaintance, but you can clearly see say your Ghana is doing way better, like he's extremely successful. I'm a boy born your abrochiri bosia. Why do they constantly successful not or the to form? Because then my young ones now can engine this success now when you know it looks like they are even better than you, but most of the cases no, they are doing way better, but to form. So how are we able to navigate that Sanya as a ye didn't ACP because tell me our model out to form the background say media and toast na me turn show me person wo de o to kwa broche but sama me no ton nema odum obi any bank account such as she has a lot of money but still on the ho to form so it makes the ones
yes for over the last 500 years Bruni and Indonesia, you know, the white superiority complex is in every area. As a matter of fact, America, Mumrano, 99%. The underground or the undertone or the background is race. From your financial structure to your health system to your education, your zoning, your land laws, a race. And they were designed to make sure that the blacks will not have access to health, power, longevity, wealth. And though the upper laws, land ownership, you can easily see it. Since when California access? Now the same thing on baby no, yeah, has what they find information in. So I go school so go school the beer brony represent beer or higher value. You bet me in one film. Will be a attacker the African consciousness. I want yan to boss history no kakra. History aje brony na chire no. So near and found sike kutam. And found certificate. Sometimes you bet my own dancing crime or bed chat dancing crab can tell where your him so still brony hunano. And another it my say Africans. Yeah, Africans from one. Anybody what to say? If you go India, the average Indian or doing so, also bleaching his skin. Where is it coming from? The average Chinese or doing so, or per Western representation.
Yes.
Now, Mumma to me, surgery to train on one sem and on nine. A camera cabrofo. That is how powerful white supremacy is. Until unanana watom kobi na wakwa sorry a Yesu eboho broni na ezi as ye change Yesu o Roma sorry dem no be yet say me a ngofo nkwa sorry. I can tell you that one. So when Sunday ye broni se see ya dan ye nkwa sorry. So that information to bring equality is in the academia. It's not there. Your professors won't question the broni kai. But we question the nimiaka. Put the visa to us is here. You move be beko. What o Cambro funa se wutia. I mean, but to kapi neti who will correct you? Okay. I mean, as a nation, identity and up to date. Obia nim se twi wo ba bia. Identity na national language. Ubinka yourself to bro for no. But you have advantage. P is there. You can debate it. Look at the number of people on Mokapi.
Yeah.
This is non-negotiable. We'll be president because of the majority of the votes. The only reason President Mama is a president is because of the number of voters. Votes. Now look at the percentage of people who speak this language. Why? Because of the same thinking. And anybody be able to but still, you say, oh, yeah, official language. Yente, omokakra yente, so mbeka. Uko twa, some yeka yente, se beka. So for bakwa the bro for grammar yet, so be preacher me actually say ako bro. So, it is a best some pass a yes, we are in a some bono will come from the way I hear. So, Bibinia. Why ya obet masom? E bibinia ohunu so so CP. Meaning preacher ba kwa was so preachy or African Americans or preachy for years. All these faith messages. We drew baby who send for no still no makafom. And his conclusion was that they had identity problem. Because of the society no mutimuna, you see we no ye inferior no money information they diffuse no man. And I can tell you, a lot of Africans don't have that kind of information. And into a surgery, a change a training entire day, a din, you could have certificate grow hacker against it. I mean, the actually, I didn't obey say or say a kind of brofo. And kind of brofo, the anchor global and a global and the more can brofo, before saying a brofo. Bruning over hobby. Problems are on crop for one will need be one found. Until baby, our person nipa ne te asem na ombetimi ayusu asesa no. Kasa we no mo kanti ada na onye comfortable so be kasa. Because we be a culture said to go global or so she suit. Now about tie na cambrofo. But destiny is saying a bit masesa. We bit my camp for the cameras. But there's no way I said no my actually say kind of brofo. Enka boy na waka bobo ya be chia waka jo say ye ni obi awo. We man yeti na yetimi abie stores miensa. So many of them. And for me, that is power. And yetimi ayesa because of our strength in the consciousness. Nke jai. What do I say? Nke so you be ka say camp brofo na ya freya me yakọ preach to America. And I say freya me yakọ Germany, England. And then brofo be phrases here. Sesa na ye pedia, but ye be jai enkrofo no wo fom. And your society in Sanda. Society in Bessasa is en crofono do draw no one a form. SSA. And your mom also. Nobody, no society is judged by those at the top.
That's true.
It's those at the bottom. So the strength of any nation is the weakness. How they take care of the weakest in the society. It's not how great the top people are. No. And they actually ama o brand nipa obitimi she was me ka me kwa brochire o majai debreu na no ye kwa asori dem ho yi Mohammed Beshia me say me start say meet you no me started poultry farm me the 500 started and then more 4,000 o che jarabia ne ba asori dem ho kramoni boy go be there 4,000 beds and not one not two many Because Brofuna Yekano and as Kasana Yekano. She know what you say. Say betra arrest. What? So, but to betman yourself could do not count there. Because in your Brunin and Quakan and no Beco, when you are so Beco. I don't know country. I don't know Cabrofo. And also I don't know Brofis on something. And so I don't know Cabro. Because we need GDA when Musa and the so yet. So it's the same thing with Omar Mea, Ufrabro Cheba or Behua, because already you're broken. And into the turn your bushia cocoa, sufu, you're torn, you're dying, and they're cobro ni chrome. And into the papa turn the business. And then Papa Bako catch him say, we will have a pension pay now or call pension in the demand. What they are quite giving us Canada. 60 years. Nothing explains that more than the superiority and the inferiority of these race.
60 umra a train. You know.
Wamabao, waka bebreu. Baby abaho. Ane, 60 years. Oba betra America, Canada. Or the pension akwaje visa. These are people who go school.
Yeah. You who bebreu.
So what explains that?
Well, Akraba could ye with ye antitil in the kind. Or see why the old tongue was I say up so the old cold tone, the frey reto. But I could be a we by an end so cacrebi. Now would be tear and also make crochet and wood macacra. I feel like I'm very because I want to go. Yeah, as a connection, my grass there for this cat. Ha! No, besides it did, Tina. Was as big as and no crown, depend cross high business. Young man, I saw ye, Juma, or ye business, a business, the cost man a come. Nah,
so one information for it is said, yeah, Obua Brochenko, you know, also about Ghana. So bet my bar, just when your information is
information.
When ya or about or you say, Wafiri Bibi, me was what you call you. I didn't think about we are Ghana in our better Ghana, I say, Usro, I don't understand it. Usro say, now Quabric and Usro. I don't get it.
South Africa, yeah, you see. Among food, just one through Uncle Fubi Kumi. Maybe that's what
Anne,
but no, because I was say, will be also yes, will be all. None was an old baby, they didn't obey your Ghana. Now, since you know, Ghana say to extend say, semi Ubequa, a yet it is new than say, Anne Bagana. There's a new crowd. Which is hard, Jane say. Me ba che say me ntimi ne bibia anya Ghana say the enemy room mu abetra mu na me wo no mu ye let's say serious
overbavi complex inferiority complex in Ghana it has nothing to do with Ghana information in here nti enkrofo ni self values and Nigeria is the same problem. Nigeria crowd them say deeper than ours. Yeah go Nigeria na wushia na or the Nigeria to form no more draws no do hey. No. It's almost as if there's nothing there. How? When the same country has produced the richest in Africa, not one, not two, multiple. Hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Enti agency o si hu na some information and I was said yeah the back your kasa mpa more because brofo no programming you. Dey akọ so you know programming you. O programming
busy Africa. Africa.
I'm programming. We'll share content of our education, the content of the church, because the church and the school, they are the same thing. As a matter of fact, in Ghana particularly, I don't think a school need training a religion and confounded by. That's why all our primary and secondary schools are religious institutions.
Yeah.
They were not designed to train our minds to think critically. They formatted us to follow religion. Tiana Crawford question is that's where it's coming from. It's the same thing. They only say that this is a church, this is a school, but it's the same thing, the same purpose, same content. Our minds were not trained to think for ourselves. Secondary schools, where 80-90% are religious institutions. Primary schools, Anglican, Methodist, almost. Even universities.
And Opoko idea then. And then Opoko name Opoko
Sent something. And almost the son. Catholic school, buy the boy. Yeah, children, sorry.
What's the sign?
Prempers are a Catholic, a Methodist, yeah? Or Presby.
Methodist and Anglican. Methodist, yeah, carbon.
Yeah, they are sorry, the echo. The Ghana only 20 years now, they were for me. Sorry, not really intellectual development, sir. But I also want to mean because that's what everybody went through. But I think I won't free hand and analyze there.
Yo, baby, and I'm for so Akasana before no. To say the year can. We should move the public bria. In the percent, the public percent is successful, and so no share, especially the young generation. Hey, look to me, I didn't hear you say, but quick, yeah. But Akasana can be say, wings, uncle for no one is successful. And yet, 1 year, and yet 2 years, generations, 20 years, 30 years. Utim say, Sana, Utim say, Ebikrana, a bomb momentum crana to still the almost yenima still na with. But generation, yes, and a sequel. A dear young African, and as a young as Ghanaians, no. A dear, my name of Caribbean, and for an insisua, a bed boy, move to that direction than a Vietnam way too much. Now, a big crash, so, pressure, and a die so. Or see a she designer way, or see your home cars like a senior tone. My direction, Kakra, as our young generation, young follow me and find it.
Me, over fee. Ose I say, dear no entity. Entity, a general unim. About 80-90%, nim dear Kutawo. And Tiasia wo abrabom. A normal workers are using this sound. The obet me aye. Your principles are also Yabobo Bebrezo. No more drink kodachi, or more yajumatin, or more subai, or more canocre, or more bamu musa, or more hesicasuye. Bibi a washa says no, was not this kind of question. No magia, almost a to musombe traha bobrano. Meaning Papa Balcoin were very huge. Or call Germany. Or call ya no cast on the one. No visigamo. Me Papa cried like a story in Chemno or so, no. To or buy no best at stores. Anyway, one of our biggest. Omotia says on betra bobra. The besinsi. So, intermediaries are focus no. And it's idea say, and your chance and your lotto and your miracle and your favor be a free yamibiao. So I don't mind obey me that keka home. What they je home keke. The core thing is that is the idea so near the normal break. So I do not buy the guzuro. It is a jollof as one of this no be a guzo. You might be an akaza. Some I kika found it and some go be the above home. The crane only say, you might know my answer. You can put it on God, on favor, on the blessing, that's all. But the truth is the core is that they really built themselves to succeed. So you must build yourself to succeed. Especially if you want to be among those people. And you must be somebody and yes, our book easily. No. We say be bisu and so. The first 5 years, but because of what's information in some country, my guys know they can't be. Or send a boss. Despite no could a dormant defend ya, dormant. Dormant, chainsaw, defend ya. So, Kajan or bank cry. Chainsaw. Be a maintaining Kasi Kumasi Quad took or cock so sad. Just he was determined so bebobra. Now the Aborigines and going to me control. And so they didn't pick the easiest way out. No, they resolved 70% build baby, and they didn't panic. And I was like, also what you says I do. Uncle, you cry your my try. I was yeah, a bit more here. Me is also here. Because they are trying quite here. And it's a failure now. Just keep trying. You will succeed. It's one way direction. But to I was saying, I'm a Ghana and I say, won't you diasi? What do you mean by let's be objective. Oh, it's phone. Ye dear your objectivity. You. Ye dear resolve. You resolve to become successful. And yeah, you let's have plan B if the day where I school for no. Oh, and they dissipate the energy. Instead of them to focus on the energy, they spread it. So they never win. So maybe they because everybody catch up and say, na Ghana no what you wanna say, and you say banche crop it ma don ukrum. Menkedi crop it ma don, so what do you lose? Ne dan one si be na day. Me kana me ne ko. Nti be dan one si be anya hey. Just focus on something and do it. You become successful. When see that no more music than no more here. So put something. Me person me build the business. Person me say. I keep at it. You succeed.
So, because he collapsed not Kwame Abasu not Kwame my and
Again, the last question I'm warm out and hey, tell us about a moment you almost gave up. One give you up, no. Then a share with the end, and Tiama one give you up.
Yeah. And now question will be beside was sorry them more. I'm saying I no option. You give you up,
there was no option.
Option away.
If you give up, you are gone.
That's it. Yeah, try your suit. Dear no, Australia, young to Minko, America, Canada, well, why Togo cry to Minko, the Hayanity. So you just decide, say, this is where I want to live. And I think that is one of the things. The first 10 years, I think, yeah. Yes. In baby for 10 years. Is it? Yeah, 12 years. But we were paying rent in thousands. One rent could pay our rent for 1 year. One shop rent could pay that. But we were driving same small car for many years. But we were doing supplies to all these shops. We were so much involved in the business. Yeah. And a resolve. Na kaya na kenam Dubai, na America, England. Tikaka krado sa dia ko umra na krado so years dia kan. Wasa abe chichire. Nti be ko mienu miensa nan no bo sa fe no wadwen kura firi Ghana. Because dia ko obe hia bibi. Na no Alhaji Dangote ka bibi was obe si ni refinery no. He sold all his houses anyway.
Yeah.
That's it. So the reason many of us don't do well is because we have so many things that we focus on. You know, but I think if you decide to build, then decide to build. My dear BCBNC, there was a time I told myself, say, I won't chase any of these contracts. That was like 15 years ago. Any contract to be a buying crop for shame will be beside bribe. No. That cut us from a lot of pain. They did bring heat a lot. For Bisika, and a stage. So, me say yes, I resolve no. Utiminya constant 10 years focus on anything as a young person, 15, 20 years, you succeed in that thing. Odo part 2 dreams say only share one crime. Go club no wa say a friend say. Uka could do a Gary factory if you won't succeed. You succeed. If you are doing this, you be our chef for whom you are shame. Jardian grow for can. What's it? What didn't shame when I didn't know for Bevy? Now, if you are starting Skaka by or the Koto Range Rover. Bacoso de Cosidai. Bacoso started international trips, holidays. Bacoso started sponsor political parties. They started here in Chama was all there. Obofo. The uncle for be bread, no much as a bomb, be no. I feel obey so powerful, so busy, so friend no. Friend be talk to my HR, talk to my accountant, talk to my PA. Me friend because I talk to your PA, I will call you again. I mean the PA be. No. So many times, so I don't know me pay my dad for dia in Kahono. Then I'll talk to my PA SMBA straight away. So you can agree and go. A lot of our people have put a lot of this paraphernalia or something around them. So they are not able to be efficient. Anything on both of them. So a normal make believe shine several doors. Oh, we work at 10,000 crowd every month. And I'm a chauffeur and I'm a driver and maybe I'm a Benz be a chauffeur. I'm saying, who is doing you? What the hell?
Who is doing you? Who is doing you?
And also do shout out to say, I don't know present to car won't be me. Just will be seen or be found one being on a kuntai or conoditaco. To a starting business now, go an office now, scale business in my big go. Who now do camera 7 yen a day. Make Facebook who say, maybe they may phone on and you. When me phone here in about 5 years, I mean, I'm Marika came out the calls said, and yefe. Mirante neba almost in yefe. I'm saying, some young muntina may. Because maybe here and yefe, but information over into the oh, there's a video beauty said, I'm not looking for the quality, but all the buy the quality now pay the out. You know what? I'm not, but yes, me old. But that was my understanding of things. So, what penquan there is not so much the so-called brand. It's the quality of it as well. You know, and if that is your philosophy, normally you'll be so much resourceful. You will not be wasteful. So you have allowance, and that's why you succeed. Before we crash or Ghana, it's because of those things. They are wasteful. You come to office, you may work 50,000, but you can so we office, what things we office. Air conditions is one part to enumerate. You know, it doesn't cut it. It doesn't work like that in Ghana. To start to do millions anymore. We 100,000 crying cow. Now you can go and buy your car, no problem. When you are building, I think any business that you are doing maybe less than $1 million a month, you have to be very moderate.
Yeah.
Very moderate. Don't splash it too much. Because you come out
there. When you say $1 million a month, you mean the revenue, getting revenue?
Yes,
$1 million a month.
yes, in revenue.
Profit.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're doing around $1 million a month, you are not there yet. So
if you're doing $1 million a month, Krana say it be a profit, 10% Krana. That means you making about
100,000 a month. Yes.
And they say see
Krana. Because boys, you know. What was it 10 bedrooms is here?
Okay. And there's a bubble form.
A do a bubble form. Over talk us bed 3, not to be a my wife. Whatever forms is here, or starting or corner of business class.
Same.
Yeah. And to when the ones that started so yes, our figures now, the banks will give you money.
No matter
so he's making $1 million, the bank can also give you $1 million. So you start to go into running your business with their money, not your profit.
I said you say the same to say yeah.
Yes. A lot of people do that.
Because I say you say I am fancy business. If you are working, almost say who making more money, any best at theatre or bejiska.
One de prepare. Do also no akoto Land Cruiser mono enye ni sika bank sika. Na adwuma na nkasa profit no de tua bank ne ka. But yeah, bank na adwuma na ye ne dia. Ye ne dia bi, but they don't pay attention. So, but me do say you must have access. You shouldn't run with bank's money like that. And that would mean also lifestyle is very different. allowance in the horse for you
to do for the in schedule. Discover
the boss of China was another form.
Charlie, just I was a chef.
And many times, it's not so much the extravagance. Mm-hmm. It's so much the car they drive. It's so much the profitability of the business. And how much allowance?
Sana, we ask Uska.
There be. And until our bones say, the big to ABC, our bones and that, and Kofana started a close to the business. Yeah. The big to ABC, our bones say, oh, my partner was say, was an AV at factory, me at warehouse. Because a lot of the figures in the 9 years there. So, but the American says, Sankrofona, me home for me, they are very successful in Ghana. No? Yes, I know me. As far as I can, or more run this bank, for me, they are not because it's too expensive. You're not successful. If you're running with this 30-40% a year and you're buying all these land cruisers in your business, it's not that liquid. You're not successful. You're just running a very dangerous institution. So, but these other guys, also make say Papa Bako, one loan crowd, but he runs in millions.
Yeah, for no sango for no omunji loans how.
One year,
kono boy. Cry the be ma loan. Now fina be dino ho. So because aku ko dino loan Ojina ya ni fiba bidio satan yesa de akose bibi kra so wo bibi ade so interest no de atoso na yede na wantimi antua ni papa ba akoso sa we kra de MC ni na do bi anu na de kala say ade kala so se no oti asafo baby se fantinita asafo baby ade kala bi onam from the co the store where you sa adwuma bro san say onam from enso ade kala da no wo ni ade o onam ho sa no ko o na no those times o no ko pro niama free abruchi na e ba I see, Momo Mummy Kumasi. No, the Naku Kumasi, and I'm off with a crab at Tacoton.
Yeah.
At that class, no, tell you are. You, the baby or Tihano tails, so I'm from Sa no corner, the whole Bocona colors, not till because I know no cranny, because I did colors in crowd. Oh, besides, I was so or exercise. Cabin and Untiminto. A dinner and
yeah.
So why if follow near ditches a damn war was asked for dark senior dinner. Oh, be great.
What is senior?
And so call couldn't come on an amon.
Oh, we are different.
Hannah, maybe.
We are different.
You say, yes, sir, a best row cry.
A bus house of a form. Two boys, a boys, and I say, oh, the boys in the bedroom as some other. Boy, crank for 40 cabinet account to man or wafa. Wait. Go for the cabinet to account to Mafa. He said, don't come to us now, Diaba. Zuba it.
Show. If someone would be a link, no. Bro, fatu momo. Kwame, kase.
Okay.
Mr. Refi, Michia na Michio Robin da Kone, Professor Obey for Kwesi can come.
Hey, I will throw.
I will throw.
Oh, yeah.
What the association is of the trauma.
Yeah, that must say, and entry, what the Amaya say, at the four nurses, for more you crew has a dear no more year no strong. Na obi be bibi strong na ejina nanim die ana say die wasu ana say odi aduane mu enti obi ne kan na say mo say ye wo odini ana say odifo a wo ye hiani ene ye wo friends sikani so ye hiani ni nyina ejina omo nim die a omo ye de omo wo so se utwa enkompo ana say wo hwe ba ye kurum ase ya nipa no do na atu so wo kabet utie ni nkomo na sema wo ka de wo sikasa na making last week from me home we call baby kakra na mitie enkomo a wo di obi a wadi you wa bobra or factory wo ye wholesaler bet ni enkomo di nyina na se wo no na nyanyame adum bi na amana bedu baby a wadru ya onye so senko betinya bedru ho nti wiase ne de se nyame amemu a nyame na manipa eye kese na mse ya ampa nyame na manipa eye kese ene wabo binim so hiafo nti sa nyankopon ne de mo musa mu nyankopon ne de me nyini ni because me nim nyame a ono de age se o ma obi obi hiani no ama obi aye de aye sikani nti wo hwɛ di omo kanyina na kyerɛ sɛ nimdie no wɔ fam adwene mu ɔmmerɛ wɔn fa bibi papa bi entete adwene no ɛyɛ business bi na ɔkɔyɛ ɛna ama wɔyɛ de wadi yie na esikafo ɛwɔ kurom ha no nso no nneɛma a wɔyɛ no sɛ yɛfrɛ no sɛ yɛfrɛ bibi illusion of forever flow yɛsɛ sika money moves in seasons yɛwɔ time a ɛyɛ overflow ɛna yɛwɔ drought na drought ba overflow ba drought ba na overflow asan ba enti adefoɔ no sɛ wo experience anaasɛ wonya saa bere a wonya bi in abundance na wɔn sɛɛ no na emu wɔdua na wɔn fa wɔn ho so nkɔhyehyɛ loan sɛ mu ɔn sɛ wuni nimdeɛ a na sɛ woyɛ business anaasɛ wodi dwa anaasɛ wotɔn bibi woyɛ de tɔnni anaasɛ wodane nneɛma mu ma wotumi bɛdi yie a womfa wohu sɛ sika ɛba na dodoɔ no sɛ wontete w'adwene no anaasɛ womfa the right knowledge ma adwene no a obi a ɔnyɛ sika no kakra bo nso wakɔ sign loan sideɛ na Mr. Obin ka no na wakɔ sign friend sɛ ɛka anaasɛ bosea na ne profit na ɔde tua friend no sɛ bosea a ɔkɔgyeeɛ no ade akɔtɔ Land Cruiser na ɔpɔtue anaasɛ wɔkyerɛ adasama but me ma dwum menyɛ sure sɛ esikafoɔ na ɔmo di yie anaasɛ adefoɔ ɛwɔ kurom ha no nneɛma ɔmo yɛ ma ɔmo di yie no bi nka ho nti in the season of overflow no saa adefoɔ no ɛnyɛ ɔmo ho sɛ ɔmo nimdie fɛ sika ho nti no ɔmo nsie sika ɛna ɔmfa wɔn ho ɔmpere wɔn ho so nkɔgye biribi a ɛbɛma ɛde wɔn akɔ ahohia mu na ɔmo ne nimdie ne deɛ ɔmo no kɔ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ ɛkɔ kɔgye besia na ɔda Land Cruiser mu anaasɛ wakɔte fie kɛseɛ yɛwɔ nkɔfoɔ bi a baabi a mɛte sɛ apartment ɛtim sɛ mam baako wohwɛ baabi a ɔyɛ adwuma ne nipa a wɔgye anka me ma adwuma bifi sɛ nu kwan sɛ nka ɔbɛtena hɔ but ɔstruggle ne ma kɔ nkɔfoɔ dan mu kɔbobɔ nkɔfoɔ dan mu kɔdidi nkɔfoɔ fie basabasa ne nyinaa yɛ entity a yɛyɛ dɛ entity papa a yɛmfa nyɛ dɛ ɛma yɛn ɛna adefoɔ no nso ɛnyɛ nneɛma a sɛ wɔde kyerɛ ahiafoɔ ɔho ahiafoɔ no ɛnyɛ sika a ɔpɛ sɛ wɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔnyɛ bi ɔpɛ sɛ you want to show to those who were beside him sɛ ɔno nso ayɛ dɛ wɔnyɛ sika no bi bɛt ɛyɛ a na nkɔ yie nti ɛyɛ a na ɔmo a ɔmo tumi di yie ɛwɔ abrabɔ mu ɔmo nyɛ saa nneɛma na ɔmo gu so adi yie wɔ kurom ha nso yɛ ɔmo a da bia ɔmo sua adeɛ wɔn ka nkyerɛ wo sɛ ɛyɛ nyame adom wobɛtumi awɔ wo beliefs anaasɛ wo gyidie but yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ gyidie yɛfrɛ no sɛ yɛmfa gyidie na ɛbɔ bra abrabɔ no ɛyɛ adeɛ a yɛhyehyɛ ɔmo adi yie ɔmo de biribi adu ɔmo adwene mu a ɔmo sua adeɛ ɛna ɔmo ana ɛhyehyɛ ɔmo abrabɔ ɔmo ntwɛn nyame ɔmo ntwɛn aban ɔmo ntwɛn wɔfa ɔmo ntwɛn obi biara ɔmo ana ɛhyehyɛ ɔmo abrabɔ sɛ abrabɔ no mɛmɛ Kwame Ɔhene sɛ me na yɛ dɛ mebɔ m'abrabɔ na m'abrabɔ no sɛ mɛdi yie a ɛgyina ne di a mede dua mu da bia wɔ kenkan wɔ sua adeɛ ne network anaasɛ ɔmo atwa ne ho ahyia no dodoɔ no ayɛ nkurɔfoɔ a ɔmo anim de na ɔmo de wɔn tena se ɛnyɛ Manchester United anaasɛ yehu abɛhwɛ anaasɛ yɛkɔ 40-day fasting sɛ yɛkɔbɔ mpaeɛ ahyerɛ nyame na yɛnya financial breakthrough the only financial breakthrough is obenya the right knowledge. So obenya nimdia esene fata. No on for one ada jinsu ni agro. Na wonye nkofo so a we so religious and I say omo adwemu no omo so intoxicated in the religion say I just say nyame pe nyame ni hira. Se nyame amma me wo so wan ka me ho enye yi wan mamu a enye yi ayebe wa fu nyankopon nti bro sa obeye bro sa na wabo what the 60 years sa nkofo no so mfa wani service mu ana say won ho say agi say wanya broni krata ko broni kuro mu ansa na wadi na broni niema so enye ne fe opo eniema dodo na akwesi kokko de atete na wo sunya nyansa foforo njubo efiri awontoto aso ekọ awontoto aso na o nimdie foforo nti nimdie ne de bi ebe kan nti na wote se mpanifo bi ti se mo se owuro benda mo owuro ya nka mo Mr. Befi mo ba na mo ye program say bi na se mo ye ni ma bi si a ese oba na ide oba be tie bi enye se ye mu bi no enfunu ye da enu a ye kwa asore enu a owuro benda ako e de ye kwa asore enu a enye sa nke mu bi ye si asore de mo ate papa ma ankose me kwa akuti asem o mo kan me ko se me kuti owuro benda ako nsem no because
It was
mama
one to collection.
oh ende me to bi kakra but emu nye du sa enyom no na ba na emu o a e wo so de bet dan wo so me se me fa me sika nyina nko so aha ba na tie
Why are
aha
they?
wo
Why are
so me
they?
se me fa sika ni nyina nko bet na me ma dwen mu ne se nimdie na me kopɛ because you see the da wo be ja de hia wo e wa brabo na sa nimdie we ne kitakita ye because the one who seek some yet to say me dia what ye nimdie we are so decisions that you make you up home 99.9% some count enti na mete say obi kan nimdie ho asem esesa brabo sesa adwene mu a ha ye tu hu na ye bi eche na no ye ko bechem ye koji nimdie ni bi kama no no ya asem no ye se odua wo ni brem na otwa so wo ni brem nti di odua no eno na obetwa nti we ni nti sankofo no mo adi yi no enema o mo ye no no mo hu sabrabo no enye suma bi na be mo mabobra de mo e o mo ana ye de e bo mo bra won fa yedie no enkose bibi ase bibia no wo sua de the network enye hiafo nti me fe hiafo adamfo because ono e komode na e komode ahoya any peseminkunya self-centered ewo ma brabo ti bia no hwehwe so no kwan be di na o percent nipa dodo na ka o mu hia mu a eni ti se nipa dodo na be ka o mu hia enti ma dwen mu ne de san nema we bi na de ehia ema omo edi yie no eye a omo atimi edi yie a omo gususu edi yie na ebinim di beja enchirima na omo atimi bibi nti omo aton bibi abenya sika na de eye na asem just trivia they are just passing in a kind or say this world is my world I'm just passing by yeah Zion for yeah Zion we are going to Zion for the say if you are saying the year by 5 year maybe I say ye conscious house near 5 year finko nti mu me hwe ada agye ye hoho ne manfrafo ye de jane ba ya de gemu an ye besan akọ nti ye ntoto ya brabo nti Zion fo na ye kọ Zion ne de ye de ye se bibie wasase su bia ye ahonyade demo ye hwe osoro ena da na osofo bi kan wa so de mo se first no maka so mo kọ heaven mo de asore man kọ heaven be so man hu se heaven who here to cancel what me akọ heaven matter is so for pon kese na no kan it was it first no fee say o me dey asore man na kọ heaven but so man who say heaven no be kọ kre so tutu sika sem ye dey eyi enti na ye dey see an say on the 31st July yeah online seminar who scale up your business Robin according to you say nimdie what is a conin dia, we a queer ba, a drum menu ba, Kojo Frisia ba, papa me man, me friend Kojo Frisia, a bear mouse, a friend Kojo Frisia. Now, name dia, a so could be. Mumia Momodin say, you better register. Niako Pesa any be near the boy, but on a bit near G free with him. And a bit near tea had dream near G and what is any petuntu. Bit near ye. Piale was I see bit near. Ye Hano, ye my alone, ye my loan no credit mamma. Interested that's on to mean Jack was obeying. Do here signing deal with now, yes, car. What me make what me to Anamoa, bit me either up one. Intina 31st July, Momra, 15th August, and so ye ain't Mukesi and ye in person. Ye no Sunyane Technical University. Nimdie, men trunk can't say or cash in because Nimdie, the list and yet a friend is a cheap knowledge mpanyinfo abɛtena hɛn ɔmo adagye na ɔmo de ma nea ɔmo asua ɛna ɔmo ne yɛ akyi obi wɔ hɔ a osua deɛ koraa ɔnka na ɔde ahyɛ ne ho nti mo mmɛn mmɔden sɛ ɛyɛ 15 August nso no ebɛhyɛ owurɔ bi da akɔ na owurɔ bi ahenkan wɔ Sunyane Technical University ní akɔ sua adeɛ mo ma yɛ mpaaba wɔ adesua mu da mo ma yɛ nwinwin sɛ yɛ kutua sika daabi because mfasoɔ yɛ nya ɛsen deɛ wɔregye. Sɛ mekora na meyɛ anka bi anka mede boɔ kɛseɛ bɛto so na ɛnyɛ by force because yɛdie wopɛ sɛ da sɛ wobɛyɛ akoa because ewiase no yɛwɔ no yɛwɔ mo a sika fa ɔmo nkoa ɛne yɛwɔ mo so a ɔmafa sika akoa enti yɛwɔ anamo ɛne wɔagyina atuo ɛna ɛbɛkyerɛ sɛ wobɛfa sika akoa anaasɛ sika bɛfa w'akoa na sika fa w'akoa nso a wonni mmerɛ akoa nso yɛ hiani akoa na adwene mu nti ne adwene mu yɛ ne sɛ ɔde visa nam na ɔnam America na ɔhyɛ winter suit anaasɛ wabɔ suit nta na adwene sɛ wadi yie daabi wɔyɛ hiani wankɔ adwuma wɔ buada nti mommɛyɛ mmɔmmɔden sɛ yɛbɛkɔ mede wie no na kyerɛ sɛ wei ne deɛ ɛyɛ Ghana whole health Ghana GH apɔmuden yɛ sɛ wafu ti atɔ te sɛ mede yɛ bidi a na yɛ sɛ wotumi ba na abɛjoin ne WhatsApp doctor ɛna meka sɛ Kwame Ɔhene yɛwɔ formula me ne Mrs. Marie yɛwɔ formula wabrɛ wo weight mu wakɔ gym yi sa still afiri esi w'anim sɛ ekutu sɛ bam bra yɛwɔ nkyerɛkyerɛ bi a yɛwɔ science abɛɛfo nimdie nkyerɛkyerɛ a yɛbɛtumi ama wo ɛsoate na wagye w'apɔmuden because yɛsɛ apɔmuden ɛyɛ ahonya na ahonya nso yɛ apɔmuden eti wɔ ha sei na pɛ sɛ woba na wobɛtie wobɛjoin ne WhatsApp doctor wɔ ne Mrs. Marie program a yɛyɛ a nkɔkɔ bebree di adanseɛ ɔmo ano nom nnuro a ɔmo agya ɔmo akɔ obi wɔ so wayɛ diabetic 15 years so ɔba bɛtie saa nkyerɛkyerɛ na abrabɔ asesa wo send me message ɛwɔ 02575 26012 02575 26012 WhatsApp doctor ni meda ase mi owura bɛɛfe ni Mr. Obinda Akone, Professor Kwesi Kankam.
Come here, that's it. Yo, Fred.
Mr. Obin, good evening, Mr. Belfi.
Hey,
Good
great.
evening, Metiam. Hope so. Be a they say America from up born every intimate. The musica di multimedia.
Do that trap. Oh, you need so can I say, yeah, we need one. We have to do one again right now.
Or your business mind or risk a big common or zappy be my hair and your board of a board or dream. Sundays, Omo Piscage as I know again. Scanner DH or move dream. Yeah, but the penny say, Kaka menu, Baby who a year may few years must spend the Ghana and say, Oma genuinely no, Omenya Scaro and running around who say Coco be all media debates. A coffee, your moon say more honor, but a skeleton in the closet no. About or more genuinely no man, your musicano, or more. Who have mechanic but for Rebecca some more compartmentalize or more like you. Say they say will be sent me case in point say me kotna buche kakra. Eho no esi a esi into a chapter of their life into obestati bi fufura and a new chapter of their life omo nkosho machin ka se bi oyesi into dia odi nani ahsi so oye no eno na obeya kuti time a result a ohwehwe no insaka and san will move on to the next thing. I didn't realize you're going around for markets and say obi a watsa market wa chepan or this core particular product to be any say no na any core product why 15 20 25 years about 30 years and or the other ones no abe bata ho mami bi am koto no ho niema oton liver blades and liver frames no why no since 2000 into Rakantamantora Peluva Blaze will be an so a go-to person for Luva Blaze. And I feel the other things kika home. Into I think so that's what they do no. So castle or we I don't know 680 on no more beer who say and no any core business. And to say even other businesses auxiliary business never can shut it down. The core businesses they were built such reputation say we need to create a catch us a pain. About you be the about the amount because I will be any fair no core business. Secondly, what I realize is genuine most of them no clean money no most of them say juma will be a dream custom we the near me the shop for no be and fat home say sika generate or savings ya post book account the numbers but me co university na me ko catch young university graduate where we school so on fee where we university no on me boa me running search man or beka something why because the ton ade wo dwam oba ho no own dress according to the European standard say be abeshe shirt bebo tie bɛhyɛ nice crisp pants bɛhyɛ shoe ne ade but umunim say sika a generate or ne add-ons a mede ma me employee no by the time a month ne bɛso no na even more than omo yɛ adwuma wɔ professional settings because Mr. Obiaka say me say ebi oka say ya set a standard say ade ɛyɛ Eurocentric standard no ɛno na ɛyɛ ɛfɛ ɛno no Ghana ha na edi hwahwa ho more motukwa akɔ China and most of these Chinese companies here and ma okwa ho ye fikra to say yes even Accra person Accra ye fikra say inuma most of the time Ghana ha okachi obi so me ya onye the guy see a company bi one of the largest prefabricated buildings in the world, one of the largest. So now okwa mu ye adwuma nyina kankam num jot ni ade ho fipa but bear in mind so no na one of the largest prefabricated buildings in the world. Inti yani akasa nsem na kire ho se edwuma bi say a eno na standard but e bia osika sem nya nti edwuma ewo fi edwuma no na most of the time clean money ewo because no o start ne kakra obehwe na aba be big business obi ama no embedwan wasum ena de me di betwa to lastly ni say most of these guys so no sika na de Mr. Obin kra campaign sika na de ye adwuma no eno na turning over and over again and once again me de ya adwuma ya me yi enye factory de no but me other business am hweso no you see suppliers is a persona non grata is a public enemy number one because now me na me ko je adwuma free no no na I think say at some points now why adwuma do point bi say na charity na no ye no into for be dampe products they going so okay she was making money into no as a bank for na o tete am me call am say no me nya sade ni bi into obi a na ɔde ne ka no me trot to no and within a matter of about 2.5-3 months no ne clear obiara off and makes me share where they were getting products ne free a beton ma and I realize say hey no mu kumami ade kofa no ebu markup me almost 40, 50, 60, about 70%. Nam ka no say the menya sa agent bi na mia me ko honum ekofa niema ne ba na say mu na ebu afum sa me baaye no ma be say edwuma no na me se wa ne wo honum a ne sama idi are ho nam ka say no ko nam pese mete sama SM die nka je so mo issue a omo pa ma ko chom baby a ekokọ berry ma me no omo nko ne nko kasa as they say the new king new laws and Mr. Belfi can come. You'll be surprised, say within a matter of 4 months, no debt at the shop. Revenues go and make can't say yeah. They say no. What I've realized is yeah, no money na so more no my so yet is as same way na deben. Intimate, but you be shocked.
Betray tax.
A shop of that size. I think Mr. Ben meeting won't share. You'll be blown away. I say be I am kasi I make me papa say me papa ye okay and then better change. But or a finance guy, he himself is even shocked. Or say, hey, my sister no kasi they say me catch you. They say these are the businesses are more attractive for more money in home. But so woman will Mr. Benkas will throw bibia o sika ni so ya. Enye sika drew within a matter of months asemu. You can just turn around and the money you'll be seeing. Mrs. Kebu ama touch ya me catch mu abuche for na mu be dream. Says I'm telling you on authority, mu be that. I'm telling you guys on authority. Mu be that. And a year asemu. This is just a 4-month period. Mu be that. And this is just one shop. Square footage in do about 100 square feet.
Wow.
So it is one thing most of these is California, Mr. Benka, they are in the market set. Where is California Ghana, will be another. When they say story CPP, think of doing some with Casano Munina, never to it's California
Fred,
Ghana. I'll tell you
say the
on
amount.
authority.
Say the amount, Fred. Say the amount.
70-80%, they are all in the market.
Yeah.
That's the one make catch Mr. Ben. Kofubu Kantamanto before they open the shop, no Kofubu. People beg them to give them money. Mo beba mo fra broche ba na se mo frem na minya time and ba ko hwe mo beta manu enya one shop multiple shops, so the most of them who make clean money they are all in the market. Mr. Ben actually where they meeting aka some shop bi wo call towards timber market the friend is soldier man means what you doing that
Oto ni ya ni sa no man bi.
Mr. Ben, you know that guy.
Yeah.
Starting shop no 1987 small shop. What those guys are doing today.
Yeah. Massive building.
Go and see with your own eyes. One shop, why over almost 87, almost 40 years.
Yeah, talk construction materials well.
Exactly. Or a laminated boards, or stickers, or formica, or granite countertops.
Yeah.
People should go there and see with their own eyes. Or no say no assume that because a businessman will be him how he started his company.
That's
how
right.
or you running the company near the idea. The big chart was a scaffolding in or me say Kofu Bisam saying as I say the American Canada beyond say many Canada but now couple of decades. I think that chapter has ended. It's a new chapter. Mantina Ghana. The funny thing is but that would be fair or fair World Cup maybe. Now, Mrs. was saying, who you are pentema background, no can you say, no more catch say a breach and I can see me catch him. So to Crum. And I always see, and then just the money alone. Mr. Obin say, I always say, only Sister Marie say, almost phone the caliber of people they can call. That's even worth more than the money they have in their account. And that comes with staying at one place over time.
Yeah.
So what I say?
Building network.
What's now baby for build the network? Now you cry you buy 3 years you cry. You need go for kakra. So you meet people because of your business. Intimidate man be see I say name I'll say it again. Yeah, mama in now. Mr. People say parasi for that. Now.
Yeah, this is you have some Freddie K. We have that for about your friends Ghana 3 months ago no call or by Freddie. It's baby. No say what's my be because no one anything common ne offer a damn no no ni say you also need din command or so person will be the fee no say also then call the show. A friend of pomo tio mu din common ni ade anwumre no say check iska. What's your full rest promo come. Charlie, what's your former status of mu check iska na? What's millions who? One day. Millions. Bisi oba en hu nya propose tell me na me kono me na so pese okwako. Say what's in the shop no and your shop no tia mu. Was our shop no be across.
And it's true everywhere. And you're just on it's scattered. All over the country. And you're just a crowd.
Onye did just you're not said as a normal person as if you only be credit sir. No physical for we call what a 1% crime wunya a day. Physical wunya. This is one shop.
You better advise more Ghana and more chain in the market or the so table crap pakusi on. Mr. Obin, okay, I'll end by my name tomatoes ne garden next name Mukoni ade from Lady Boy directly opposite. No of say me shop no na me of so shop to say directly opposite us. Your family in your shops along that line. Ma me Tom Mukoni ade. Me ko ra ho nkwa ma me Tom Mukoni me free ho 650 cedis so. We enye 10 minutes asemu o Tom Moko garden next and onions and then 650. Me nkwa me sorry for you. It me 650 the whole day ni na munye sure so beton ni ma be 3-4,000.
Yeah. What
on just a day about 6 days a week. So you see these ladies, they say have serious respect for this, especially a man who scout. I mean, I believe the Ghana a man who scout say mema. It's just a man. A man who scout say mema.
How am I being you?
The women have more money than men in Ghana. Just a man in it. You see me one thing. I think one of my qualities say me could be I can get to people and talk to them. Books much while you are in shop.
And agree. That group of market women, one of the strongest financial force for Ghana.
Are you serious, Mr. Bean? Mammy for any book, they have. Me say minimum cantonment women do a invest back when they buy medicine University of Chicago, so check Ghana. More America, how much is school fees? About 2 of them. University of Chicago, Columbia, or medicine, check Ghana.
When you pray, you'll be 100,000.
Mr. Bean, small shop. It's money there. I have seen.
No, Oscar. So much market watch you. And obi mo ha omo ware crash for no dia ban ketua no omo
se market on ni mami ba ku bi a onu say omo shop mami ba for cantonment or shops where a warehouse back 15. Wow. Another woman onu so omo to one of the buildings or cantonment no omo dey ho ni na aye shop, and these are very very average women. Na who no kwa hwe ni mi. So I say, in the market, dear, Opa, when I compare table, if I be because you're not on Chile was the band, you'll be surprised. No offer back or no, I also knew buying madam and direct more about direct fan. Or catch him or no, the same market, you'll be a store. You won't go home empty handed. And now you see market where you won't go home empty-handed. Now you some national cleaning near the Friday, last week Friday, and last week Saturday. And no cry, yeah, 3 hours. No, so when you baby okay, you run busy. You be medamunya masin, you know. I would advise people say, I think one of the easiest ways, so we're preaching us over so better Ghana. Now, I feel my realize it. Come to the markets.
Yeah.
And okay, even more important than you say, me say, if I had known now, I'm coming to see factory now. I would have come to the markets first, and it's true. Learn the terrain, get your market base before you go into production. A brand to be fair is the same advice I'm a man. Catchings no, my mom prepare no baby here. Come to the market, learn the terrain.
Yeah. Then
Get
go into
your
production.
and then you go into and so be a casas and the paper. That I see I saw it so you need to and he was right. So it's I say he's right. It's man be see am the munya mas makasa che me the munya mas into.
Oh.
Man be see am the mas.
Really, thank you.
We say only one market woman or ton fruits make it 6,000 a day.
Yeah.
Just fruits. Yeah.
You name your value no. Your value pan and bro for the definitions, you know. I just chiri. Teachers all cars and papa kurana. I said bro for no man no ama market ya Freddy way. Yeah. I said, what kasa kwa na kasa wa. Ane. That you were normal power to say you comparable crowd. Will be or make it 6,000 a day. How then do you call such a woman poor? And so she says, yeah. What do dollar iba one how baby grammar? Because no one has a domain or
yeah, watching what ono ajiatu or ajiatu say or a poor.
Yeah. One woman not on watch it or the bar echo Ashesi University and this just going to your fees in dollars.
Yeah. Wow. No, must go. Freddy Mano. There's even statistics to support.
Yeah.
That workforce, women.
Even cry, they say cry no. Yeah. Even workforce no cry no. The woman say I say member na do so mo ye adwuma cry ko hwe win na. Say omo jimo. Obo gaza.
Bem from Bamtogri.
Yeah, Joseph.
Bamtogri na.
Sharp.
Boss.
Joseph.
A saluto.
Que me Joseph.
Me da mais pa. But mas assim.
Era me Joseph.
Ah, okay. Me tell about Marines though. Me tell about Gagasi can come. Me sando chia about na in fact the ma bruce na no creator do esanse me nso am ta ko market pa market mu na me tu na to na so ko fa ne ma me ma ko me ta ko pa to da even ya you me sell like crans on a do so o ko fu buti na beton wa be ti wa ha be the life yes be the life na wa do so am akọ what wa dey because omo no be bia muska every day omo kan iska na iska omo nya o ni iska to but I don't them plans no say it's not so mutim so man go school no mo this exam serious obi timi hu obi ton watch 77 or timi 5,000 go for every day but say any person actually timi say wan go school you know ton watch na you me say on say catch for the lesson e pay 5,000 a month ya mo yende na go pon sham pa na ade wa kuba masua pa fin ne discussion no pa ne say ma hu say escafo no genu hello line break here but what you mean kan
Ayeto kasa It's okay, sir.
Aha. I don't occupy my own say worthy people no. Or many who for. Omanya who for back cry. And I think so selfish. Me want omanya who for almost just selfish. I think so mukra bibia. Piano, me who is almost many pass to change ka. I never occupy my home plan, so mom genuine worthy people, no many pass to change ka. And I'm more for nipa. As answer one say ye did nipam. The time be an for nipa change ka. The time be an only a boot. And sabi with me to me money is answer. The kutomono, omanya pesamin kumina. Nti amani panso dom. The time be an no more genuine. And I think said Mr. Obi kind no more too religious. Because I'm too religious now, so for it do musical more. Because a hunty scout be you are sorry, yes, I'm good to work. Now, brave, who for no religious and catomosono and go for some years stingy. Because you're quite not so for say, open nipa, on Congress say, nipa bear a 50 will be a man 50,000 on one story Kobe. Because 77 projects and sick and all planned and sick and so. Junior so 50,000 and now who no, I saw ya bro. Many sure some genuine worthy people no yes sir. And I think someone say genuine people no so tembia no omo sua de tembia omo sua de because na say me te say na dangote and then entourage no mo to play mu. Go for that no kind book. Go for that cry obi wa that when we number 3 dangote was reading a book. It just say one word Nicholas still he's always adding value to himself. Nti Mr. Obin dia masia bibi na masia o ni wa matro note pa ya misra bebre na wa ma ba bi mani bebre wa ni ma bebre ho because ama ho so mo tu ska gu no o ma mre no munyae se o bi a genuine word no na ma no tu ska gu minya so mo ye word no mo yesa nti nyimre ma ya sia de bebre ya misra mo pa na me question is say whether Mr. Obin boy me question pa say bibi nim no ho a na eba ne say na wait me question sika mana koyi bibini a wonnim na wonye conscious eba ne say wait me question sika sem
So ne shisha de be den because
me network ni breaky
okay. I think that the entire nipa no bebre kura nya sika ntimi society no is a lack of
agent
yeah.
Yeah, too, Kasa. Question here, or answer.
I mean say
So we
the entire we doing say enkofo no bi kura nya sika and transform your society no. Part of it a lack of that identity. Because we
hey man to hear
otu ani a obehu no who say no sika no unya bi se be obetimi da sesa in society no. But so unya where now need identity now. We say sika no ye won kwa dia. So you destroy it. It doesn't change any life. Once I said there or see a best no. Oh, and I mean I think and eventually they lose it anyway. They lose it because they don't. They lose it. They lose it because there's no connection. I say, non especially we more African Americans. Yes, can we are
network number
in fact transformation be a mmerɛ bi a tubo sɛ ɔno na mu ana ɔma nkrɔfo yɛ asa yɛ bibi na ɔma da kyekyere even yɛ ha koraa no ɔmo a ɔmo hu sɛ wɔsɔ ɔmo sika no transform the economy no so the time bi they are creating value and you can see continuous growth yeah
boy pattern but my network no mentally
But yeah, too, Kasa. Yeah,
you be can see
the whole
am bebre you say you see am ma bi adwuma me hu na ma bebre ya hu proper worthy people e kwa mo pass dwene ene e kwa mo pass bomb bra ene crown pass ti to musika sem nti ya huni ya nse e ba mo maden anya sua saa ni ma we nyina na jene
Africa. Okay.
Yo, I'm say, it is. Was it dropping?
Yeah, Africa.
Yo, I'm saying, I'm up for any crack. Yo, yeah, before say, be obesa bedim. Say, near cano. I'm up for class basso, on the 31st July. Scaling your business, how to take your business to the next level. Maybe a time I want our task difufu no akoton kakra bi no abasa de bia sa ko that's say ko je nim die na more numbers in the no registration numbers in with the options, betime ahwe yo kwasi so book no ho Blessed by Brooke. So Ghana for some function.
Ghana for function.
Obebi a betimenya obenya Amazon deliver ba ho no ma once betimi aka wo de AI class so baso on the 25th August. Yeah, we say a friend is saying a payment plan ho say unya we any streeter friend numbers na betimi my payment plan what me etua now so started. Na ampoma ba fi so esmo me renting yam na BSC especially abrochi for no kwa be ato ma kra ansa na akọ numbers na information na wo kuma say and then important mu e duru ho no I betimi ahwe kama wache kasa wache o temi kasa kasa wache. Hello, watch it. And Gerald G. I'm sorry. You can see the okay. Now, I'm saying that you're sorry in time. Now, see, we know Mr. Your friends, I'm still being employing enough.
Yeah, and as a parent, because a better legend as CBM now for your beneficiary, and that's our team organize it. This program and all listeners near more machine. Kakra me can say even say one Misia ye program of a befi in you see the constant knowledge acquisition ya de ba kwa dance so ewo obi a wedi and obi a own DA. Similarly, a teacher and a student, the difference is experience, and the experience comes from constant knowledge acquisition. In this young ones are your programming. We shouldn't rush to doubt, say, let's look at the positive part of it. No credit oka. Now, any rental song home a crown say ye 3 ship is you say the sash by maybe 2 and more. That's ya maya bema mbua. Eventually, no senior legend kind or say success can be predicted, now poverty too can be predicted. So designing money in a CNA. You are sure say ukakra also binya ebema wa de on na be successful no and also ubinya.
Awesome. Mr. Benny with the shiny point na and then content.
Na no no nyina ya breka kaka. O chira kwa me commerce so.
Yeah. Oh hey. Okoto was the other one.
Mass TV.
Oh, Max. I also call Max. I'm also call Max. Oh, okay. I said no, Tuesdays. These days, okay. Tuesdays.
It'll be assay. It'll be assay. Yeah,
be assay.
Yam fan kwa dream.
Nah,
So that's it.
inside up near Koi.
Yeah.
Especially constant education. Papa. We see a pokran to boom. Hey, young here kept into again. Oh, from Pomba. Emma from Ponkas and Winnie and Co. Again, so AI class no. You were your friend is saying payment plan. It's so your friend numbers between a boy not payment plan. From Ponkasa.
Jabbing new vision from Pamacho. Good evening.
Yes, I was.
Also.
But you say, Bibi, I will call.
Yeah.
Adamo. Network.
Pamacho, what you mean, Kadi? Network in Mohammed Kakra. So, what you mean, Kadi?
You too, Kakasa. Cool. Say, network, and MCB Jahonja. Yo, it's here for Yadamunase for joining in. Yadamunase, Ernest, Kwaku Hime, and Kwame Hime. Munina will be Nana. Your friend is saying, yeah, 7 to 9 p.m. every Monday. Your friend saying, High Life Radio, Sikasem, just say third week of the month. No, your name is Tobin T, and only at the burning Kakra 4 p.m. It is still a whole. I know we'll be say what's up with that. Still, the window has sit down. Cookie Azuma, Felix, it shall be until we meet again. Before say meet TBM there near call in na call the friends a program never 31st Sunday meet TBM. Make sure you spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. Until we meet again. Bye bye. So, Chama Marie, bye.